everybody. I'm Lorii Abela, your host here at Matchmaker Secrets, where we talk about love, dating, and relationships, and of course, matchmaking. We have been having a lot of couples recently as our guest, and today is not different from any other days because, we want to make it special for everybody to learn more about how to go and navigate love, dating, and relationships. Our guests tonight, they're both in the business of real estate, and Craig here is also a pilot. Craig and Joan has been in the real estate industry, and then they've been in their both second marriages, right? Okay. Thank you so much for being over here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so let me start with asking, with Craig over here, for you, being a pilot means spending a lot of time in the air. So how do you both stay grounded together and connected as a couple when one of you is constantly traveling?
That's a great question. So we can spend a lot of time together and we can spend a lot of time apart, and it's good both. So she doesn't need me there 24/7. I don't need to be there with her 24/7. So she's an independent woman, and Joanne has her own life. She actually likes the free time because she has her coaching business and the real estate and a lot of hours in the office that's writing for books. And so she's an author, a published author. So I go to work, she goes to work. And then I mostly am home almost every night now in my career. But earlier I would be leaving for 3 days at a time. So.
All right. So that's good. Good news. Do you have anything to add?
I think it's good for us to have quality time together, and then quality time apart enriches us. And whenever we travel and play and do excursions ourselves, then we can be together 24/7, and that's great too.
Oh my God. I like that because most of the people nowadays, they cannot even imagine what? I'm gonna be apart from my, couple for a while, and then they cannot imagine that. Their mind is spinning okay, there must be something wrong. But for you, okay, you got used to it because that's the lifestyle that you have had ever since you didn't even met, you were in that industry already.
That's
All right.
correct.
That's great.
You're not only partners in life, but also in multiple businesses. So how do you keep the spark alive while also managing profits, properties, and priorities?
It can be very tiresome. We run 7 companies. I have a full-time job. She has a full-time job. We're coaches, so we're pouring into people quite a bit. Yeah. So we often say we're tired, but we also do average about 13 weeks of vacation a year. And we do take our work with us. She brings a desk and chair and monitor and computer with us when we travel. So she still works, but she at least has more energy when we're on vacation, even though she's working. And so more time for us to do things together. We love travel. We love being on the road. We love seeing the sights. So.
Yes, we love high adventure. We seek it to get out of our comfort zone. And so we're up-leveling our quality of life by going on vacations. And also then we get to fill up our cups, so to speak, whenever we're coaching and helping other people. And so it's a real win-win.
All right. So because you have been traveling many, many places already, because 13 weeks is a long time. So you have seen a lot of places. Do you have any specific place that you really say oh, okay, this feels like home somehow?
Well, we've lived in a lot of different places as well. So one of the things that we have talked about in our married life together is where would we retire? And I don't really ever see myself ever really retiring, because I have so much to offer and give and to teach people and how they can lead the life that they want and that they dream of. So we have our home base, and then we travel to other places and in different modalities, whether it's cruises or expeditions or long journeys. So we can be away from home for 60 days straight. And then we have our lifestyle where we can take care of our real estate while we're away. And it all has a balance where we work it all out.
Cannot imagine packing for 60 days.
A lot of laundry. My rule, since I live out of a suitcase, or used to live out of a suitcase 24/7,
That's right.
for me, we go and we try to stay in one location for a minimum of 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
3 weeks is fine. 6 weeks is great. But as long as I'm not having to move a suitcase for a daily activity, then I'm home. So we've lived on a sailboat for 4 years. We've lived in a condo in Miami for 10 years. We've lived in Texas for 10 years. And we've decided that wherever our grandkids are, that's home.
Yeah.
Everywhere else we go, that's home. We're just glad to be together. So it's home.
Oh my God. No, I cannot believe that you're also sailing.
Not anymore. We sold the boat after.
We're proficient sailors.
Wow. All right. You're up in the air, into the sea. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Everything, huh? All right. So, in real estate, it's all about location and timing. Would you say that the same applies to love, and how did timing play a role in your relationship?
1,000%. Yeah. First off, it's really important to be single. If you're looking for a relationship.
That's right.
Be in a relationship looking for another one, which people do, which is a mistake. We were both single at the same time. We were both looking for a relationship at the same time. We met
open to the possibility.
We met at a Christmas party, and there was 400 people there. And she couldn't name one other person that was there, and I can't name one other person there because we spent the entire 4 hours talking to each other, and pretty much have been a couple since that night. And then we were married 2.5 years later. We've been married 22 years.
22 years.
And
22 years. Oh, wow.
so it's when it comes to relationships, work on yourself. Personal development. Have most of your issues dealt with so that you're a whole person,
Yeah.
and you will attract a quality, healthy relationship.
All right. You have something good?
I had gone through a very difficult marriage and was single for a number of years, and had done a lot of personal development, seeking out how to get over negative emotions and limiting beliefs and codependency, and so that I could stop the chain of being in a negative, bad relationship. And so when I up-leveled myself in my life, I met a quality person that had gone through personal development, very much the same, and on his journey. And then whenever we met, it was an easy yes whenever we started dating, because when we were there at that party for 4 hours, we were doing a checklist, in our conversation about, well, do you like to ski? Yes. Do you like to play golf? Yes.
Like to travel? Yes.
Yes. So in all of our just natural, normal conversation, and we already both decided as individuals what traits and beliefs and spirituality and even political preferences as to what we believe, and we shared all that within those 4 hours.
Wow.
So then it was pretty much a love at first sight.
That's what I was supposed to ask. Is that love at first sight? You never left the conversation 4 hours. That's a long one. It's like 2 movies.
Like two movies, times for 2 movies. But it was magical.
I believe you. Who would have that patience to talk for 2 hours? 4 hours with somebody. So the whole party was closing, and then it's time to go.
That's exactly what happened.
Right. That's exactly right.
Everybody already left.
We danced one dance.
It was a 30-minute dance.
All right. So running businesses together can test even the strongest relationships. So what's one disagreement that turned into a lesson for your marriage?
Well, we had decided to invest in a particular real estate development. And Craig had strong feelings that would be a good idea for us to do it. And I had a lot of reservations and really didn't want to do it. And we talked to each other, and we made the decision to do it. And it's not turned out to be and it's not gone as well as we had intended. We've learned a lot of lessons. And we are looking for closure with a whole development. We were building houses, And so instead of deciding, well, we're never going to do it because it didn't turn out well, we decided that we're going to take the lessons from that, and then we'll choose differently and do differently, behave differently whenever another building development comes along, or that we seek it out, we'll do it differently.
I had the same reservations. It wasn't I want to do it, she didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I also thought this was a high risk, and we didn't listen to our gut. And usually we listen to our gut, and when we listen to our gut, we do well. This particular case, the people that were in play were not, they were not successful
They were not ethical.
and ethical. So it was more of a long-term partnership with a person we did a lot of work with, who went down the wrong path and fell apart. And unfortunately for us, we got dragged into his life and his fail. But generally, most of our real estate, or all of our real estate, except for this particular project, is doing very well.
Yeah, yeah, like I think like in any business it's like that anyway. Like sometimes like you take a risk, like if they present like okay something really nice is gonna turn out. Sometimes like you make a mistake and then like you go ahead and learn from something. And what I like about that is you still like go ahead, like you're still partners. You didn't dissolve your relationship just because of that's material. That's material. It's not like not even relationship oriented or yeah. All right. So, as a pilot, you've seen the world. So, have your travels influenced the way you both approach love, family, and building your future together?
I'm the planner, so she's the goer. I love the adventure of planning and the adventure as doing. She just enjoys being there and going along and seeing everything that I plan. So for me, the adventure is the excitement of leading up to a new project, a new place to go. This year we went to see the pyramids of Egypt, and we went to Istanbul, and we've been to Hawaii to see the volcano. It unfortunately turned off the week we were there, but they're on episode 35, so we have to go back to see the lava squirt out of
Oh
the
my God,
But,
you're dangerous, huh?
But we've been in the fjords of Norway, and it's just
And the
the
jungles
rivers
in
and jungles of Africa. We're adventure seekers, and the best part is we get to do it together. We enjoy each other 100%, and it's just what we do.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have anything that you have seen, like, the values of this different people from different countries that you say, like, oh, okay, I would like to emulate that somehow?
Absolutely. My biggest interest in travel is to see and understand and learn more about people.
That's
I'm
right.
a very curious person, so I want to know how the people lived in the past, what got them to where their evolution of where they are now, say for instance Egyptians. And there's thousands of years that the Egyptians have been
She
on
learned
Earth.
how to read hieroglyphics.
And rode a camel. So when you get out of your normal every day, you widen your horizons. Your view of the world is different than when you stay in one location, and if your life is very narrow, if you will. Whenever you travel, you look at things differently, having a different perspective. It makes you appreciate what you have at home a whole lot more. It makes you more grateful. They have sympathy for people that haven't made the same choices or don't have that same opportunity. But I think that traveling is a great way to expand yourself.
We
Yeah.
love the local guides, the ones that are from
Yes,
the area.
yes,
that
yes.
Tell us all about their culture and all their history. We learned so much about the interactions of centuries between Istanbul, Constantinople, Egypt, Venice. How the power shift in the countries were the top and then the bottom, and just history and seeing how it's progressed. It's been amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Like when my husband and I travel, we also use local guide because, like, they have more powerful knowledge as compared to those people who are tourist guide, but they just came from another country and then they moved over there. So like, it's like you're not even sure if that's really the story that's coming from, because like they just moved there from another country. Like we had that in Japan. Like this guy is supposed to be a guide, but he's speaking Spanish. I was thinking like, okay, like he wasn't born in Japan, but he's married to a Japanese. So like it's secondhand information, I could say.
What's Mito's name?
Yeah.
Otto Mito? No.
No. We met a
The guy in Egypt. You gotta find Mito, because
You've gotta
he
find
will
it.
just tell you everything about everything in Egypt, especially Cairo.
Yeah.
All right, that's so cool. Yeah, so like I understand you've been together for a long time, so you can say that you have been successful in relationship. So for those people who are watching us, so like, do you have any idea, like what kind of tips that you can share so that they can find somebody, or maybe I don't know, maybe something that you have shared to your children per se, like maybe like you have had children who were still single when you got together, and then you parted some information for them about love life.
I think learn together, grow together. God has to be number one, and then the relationship is second,
Uh-huh.
family's third, and we just decide to grow together.
I think that gives a wholeness to a person whenever they have their priorities right, whenever they know who they are as an individual, and then what they value the most. And then whenever you have like-mindedness in your partner, then things go a whole lot better than if you don't.
Oh my God. No, that's so amazing, because like, when he said God first, I was thinking like, oh wow, I don't hear that often anymore nowadays. But, I think it's good because like, you have uphold your belief in God, and then like, we are not here anyway without God. And so like, secondary is the family relationship. That's amazing. That's amazing. And then you already checked that in the box right away in your first date.
That's right.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. So I'm really glad that you're over here. So for the benefit of those people who are watching us, if you're single, or like, you have been in a relationship for a long time and you've been successful, and then you have a profession of love, dating, and relationship, we want to have you over here. Just give me a holler, because we want to share as much nuggets to the community so that we can actually impart, that love is available. You just have to like, know the basics and like, go from there and develop. That's what they said earlier. Develop yourselves in order to be the best person that you can, so that you can actually like, find love successfully. Because like, who knows, you can be 22 years together as just like this couple that we have over here today. So thank you again for being over here. Bye-bye.